Uh, yes, sir.
Okay, great. Uh, very good evening, everyone. My name is Vignesh. I'm data for Sarponica Group, and first of all, I like to thank TechSavvy for providing me a platform for a slot of presentation on our product Bomb Creator. And uh, today's agenda, what we are going to talk about is the automation of bill of material, right? So So before we begin, just a brief about ourselves. We are an associate service partner and implementation partner for the whole system SolidWorks. We do CAD-based data management using SolidWorks Enterprise PDM and SolidWorks Manage. We do some kind of SolidWorks data management and ERP integrations. We do some kind of CAD-based API customizations, and also we do some kind of design automation services. Okay, so let's not waste more time. Let's quickly go stick to today's agenda. Okay, so today we'll be talking about the bill of materials, more on the subject of bill of material and how to automate the complete thing. Okay, so basically we have BOM Creator. BOM Creator is a SolidWorks CAD add-on which works on any of your SolidWorks CAD packages. Okay, it works as a top-up to your SolidWorks existing SolidWorks CAD system. It can work on SolidWorks Standard, SolidWorks Professional, or SolidWorks Premium, any of your CAD packages you have. Okay, so now before going to the product in detail, let's understand why do we create bill of materials, right? We create bill of materials to understand the number of manufactured parts, number of bought out parts, hardware, VOP, etc. in any machine, right? We do create to identify the purchase items which are required to be purchased from market, which are required to be manufactured in house, right? So these are information we get out of our bill of material. We also need weight, the material, different grades of material, the weight, their respective weight. So we get these all information out of our bill of material, right? So there are a lot of aspects which actually drives from the bill of material. It becomes the heart of the design. Without this, if this becomes a critical point of any design department or any manufacturing industry, because if there's a mistake in this, so it actually affects the complete process cycle. So in SolidWorks, we do have bill of materials, right? We do have a bill of material in SolidWorks also, right? We do have three types of bill of material. One we call is the top level BOM, the other is the parts only BOM, and last one is the indented BOM. Okay, so now the SolidWorks top level BOM basically gives you the details of all the components available in the first level of assembly. Okay, so this gives you complete details of all the items. It could be an assembly, it could be a part, it could be a hardware, it could be a VOP, anything. So all the items available in the first level of the assembly, that is shown in our top level BOM. Next is the parts only BOM. Parts only BOM is nothing but the details of all the SolidWorks parts available in my machine. So all the SolidWorks part, when I say SolidWorks part, it's a mixed detail of manufactured parts, hardware, and or ERP system implemented in their organization. So now the SAP or ERP system is implemented so as to share the bill of materials from design to production, purchase, quality, all the respective departments which are involved in the complete manufacturing process. Okay, so now what we do is, for sharing this bill of material, we do it in two ways. One is either we type each and every part number with respective details in ERP or SAP, or we prepare something in Excel or CSV format and we upload it in our We make it compatible first of all, and then upload it in our respective ERP or SAP system. Right? It's again a very time-consuming job. We spend a lot of time in this, and most importantly, we do it manually. So now, next major issue is the chaos between the design, production, planning, and purchase due to incomplete or wrong form. So now, as I said, we are preparing bill of material manually. So now, when I'm doing something manually, there are chances I do a mistake, and this mistake is not identified during the design phase, but it is identified during the assembly of machine or the dispatch of machine, which eventually creates complete chaos, right? And unfortunately, it sometimes affects our delivery also. Another major concern is the segregation of parts. So now, when a person receives, when we release the bill of material to a production or the purchase team, so now the initial concern of production department becomes only the manufacturing parts, and the initial concern of the purchase department becomes only the purchase or hardware or the BOP items. So now the first thing what they do is they start segregating it. They start identify what are their components which actually intends them, right? So now again a manual and tedious job. They prepare it in something, they do it somewhere in Excel. They basically create like these are manufacturing parts, these are my concern, I need to make it according to the drawing. So all those stuff. So again a manual job, again a tedious job. Now, another major concern what we see is delay in delivery of project because of improper planning. So now for all the projects, all the machine projects, so machine builders or the SPM makers, every order has a set delivery date. So if I get an order today is 0 date, and I need to deliver it FOR site within 4 months or 5 months or 6 months of the date of order. So now what I need to do is I need to plan my engineering, I need to plan my manufacturing, I need to manage my manufacturing and the purchase, everything within this span, and the transportation, everything. So now what happens is we sometimes miss that track because we do not manufacture, or we do not buy based on the lead time of the component, which eventually gets our project getting delayed. Okay. Another concern, another tedious, another headache to a design department, what I would say, is the tracking of release of drawings. So now another challenge. Basically, now what happens is designer makes drawing and releases the drawing to the production or the quality or purchase respective department, right? So now what happens is they come back and they say we haven't received the drawing, we don't have the drawing. To whom did you release it? When did you release it? Right? So now as a habit, we normally make it, what we do is we maintain some kind of Excel wherein we record everything, each day's activity, or we do create some kind of register wherein we make the entries. And if eventually we miss that entry, we tend to lose the track, and we end up releasing a drawing again and again and again. Right. Another major problem is the actualized costing. So now, say I receive an inquiry, I receive an RFQ from market, right? So I don't have much time to answer. I need to answer the customer, I need to answer the prospect immediately, right? With the tentative budget of my project, with tentative cost or tentative this thing. So now, and if sometimes I miss important parameters of my cost, so what we end up getting a project contingency, cost project contingency. Our complete project budget gets affected. Last, what we're gonna see, what we saw basically is the handling of production of multiple orders at the same time. So now what happens is we receive orders, we have an SPM manufacturer, we receive 5, 6, 7, 8 orders at a time. And what happens is the designer or it becomes a very difficult task to manage the fabrication, which item has to be taken first, which has to be taken later, what are the drawings in common, what are the unique items, what is to be purchased, all those stuff. So managing project accurately becomes a major challenge in any organization. So now these all aspects seem to be very small, but it creates a huge issue at the end of the project, right? So now understanding these concerns, we have developed one tool with one CAD add-on tool, which actually works with your SolidWorks CAD system and caters and answers all your the solution for these problems. Now, BOM Creator is nothing but, as I said, it's a SolidWorks CAD add-on. Okay, so now designers can create part list, bought out list with more ease, right? They can create a segregated list of the parts, manufacturing parts, manufacturing in these bought out items with more ease. They can create the BOMs during the design phase itself. So now designers need not wait for their drawing to get released for releasing the bill of material. They can release this BOM during as soon as their 3D CAD model is ready, since we are extracting all the bill of material out of your 3D CAD model. Okay, so now let me take you to the interface. So now I would like to tell you this is the basic interface of our BOM Creator. So either you can, this can be used as a complete separate installation, wherein you can just click and launch the software, or it as this is completely integrated with our SolidWorks CAD system. So you can have buttons over here and you can just start creating BOMs out of your SolidWorks window as well. Okay, so we'll see both ways how we create bill of material and how what advantages we are giving you over the existing SolidWorks CAD bill of material. Okay, so if you go to the first option, you can see we are giving you an ERP BOM. So what is this ERP BOM? ERP BOM is nothing but we are giving you a ready to upload ERP BOM. So you can just quickly click and create a BOM which could be readily uploaded in your SAP or ERP system. Okay, so this BOM can be customized based on your each and every industry specific requirement. Basically, we can give you can give us your format, a suitable format which can be uploaded in your ERP system. We can customize it, and you can just start quickly creating the BOMs which should be made out of, which can be uploaded in your SAP or ERP system. Next is the design BOM. Design BOM is nothing but an enhanced version of your SolidWorks indented BOM. This also gives you a level by level a hierarchical detail, along which it will give you the complete composition of your machine. When I say composition, say I'm making a 25-ton machine, a 30-ton machine. So I need to understand there are different grades of material which I'm using. So now it will give you the weight of each and every material that is being used in and total summary. So this 30-ton is a composition, like how much is stainless steel, how much is carbon steel, how much is aluminum, etc. So it will give you the complete composition. Next is the part list. So it is basically you can create a quick segregated part list. If I want to identify what are my manufacturing parts in a machine, I can just quickly click and create this list out of that. Next, similarly, for create, if I need only the bought out items in my machine, existing in my machine, I can just quickly click and create this bought out list. Similarly, if you have any other type which you need in your day-to-day life, you want a segregated list of that item. So that item can also be categorized and incorporated, customized as per your requirement. So it can be, if you say need a sheet metal list, sheet metal components in my machine, you want to identify the hardware, you want to identify BOP, you want to identify the machine components, etc. So while you work with this BOM Creator, you will be working only with the main assembly. You will be always working with the main assembly. You can just quickly go and pick the main assembly. Okay. So here's the progress window. You can see. So it will show you the progress, how much time it. Based on the size of the component, it gives you, it takes that much of time based on the size of the component, based on the features available on my machine, right? And it gives you a format which can be, as I said, uploaded in your SAP or ERP system, right? And for your information, right now all the reports are being created in Microsoft Excel. Okay, so you must have a Microsoft Excel version working on your machine, a working version, so that you can start creating reports. And if you want any, if your ERP or SAP system accepts CSV formats or any other format, you can let us know. That can be customized and given it to you. So there you go. So these are the fields which can be customized as per your requirement. So these are the default fields what we understood based on experience. We have created this. Okay. So this is the complete report. So let me explain you how it has created. So there you can see this is the main assembly, and this has 1, 2, and 3 sub-assemblies available in my machine, and rest are the top level parts. So what it has done is basically first created the first sub-assembly.
Vignesh sir,
It has given the category as its child.
Vignesh sir, it is a bomb creator. The desktop is showing in right now. Yeah, now it is visible.
Or maybe there's some lag, maybe internet lag, maybe.
Okay, not an issue.
Yeah. Okay. So now what it has done is basically this is the first sub-assembly, its child, second sub-assembly, its child, third sub-assembly, their child, and the top level one. Right. So this format can be customized as per your requirement, as the fields as you need, and you can just quickly go and create. So now you need not waste more time. Right. Moving further, we can just go and click on the design BOM. As I said, this is a enhanced version of a SolidWorks intended BOM, right? So you can just, and it will give you a level by level detail and including the composition. Okay.
So with the help of the bomb creator, we can include all the information inside the what the machine has been. Am I right, Vignesh sir?
Yep.
Guys, I have used this tool. It is very grateful that any information that you want, okay, in the form of the Excel, what the material that you wanted, what are the price of that material. So all the information are including in the same object. You have to just only select the machine that you have built. So it takes
So
automatically.
there you go. So there you go. This is the design BOM what we have been talking. So now what this does is it basically covers up your first top level thing. What are my top level parts? Sub-assembly, their child with their respective quantity. Okay. So this is my assembly name. This is part number. This is my assembly name. Right. So this is the list of assembly wise. This is the created date, unit weight, total weight. Right. So this is my complete top level. There's the second sub-assembly, its quantity, the second sub-assembly, its quantity, and the third sub-assembly and the quantity. And this is the composition what I've been talking about. So now this machine has these many grades of material being used, and these are their respective weight. So now with this, what I can do is basically now I can quickly book the material required for manufacturing this complete machine. Right? Isn't it interesting? So with this, you during the design phase, you can just start your planning process. You have the details of material, what material is required, and in what weight it is needed, and you can just quickly order it from the market for making this, or you can just book at your store. These materials required for making this material, right? Moving further, let's create part BOM out of our SolidWorks window. So if I'll click here, I can just quickly create this. So it basically creates the BOM for the items which are available on the current system, right? So now we give you an option wherein you can create BOMs with images of the respective part, or without images. That's completely up to you. If you want it with images or without images, you can create either way. Okay, so this is nothing but details of the manufacturing parts available in my machine. Okay. So this doesn't include the bought out or hardware items. So this includes only the manufacturing part details. Yeah. Moving further, if I want to create, say, bought out list, similar bought out list, so I can just quickly click and again create this, and I can get the details of all the bought out items present in my machine. So it will include only the details of bought out. No other detail is available, only the bought out items. Just a second. So now when I say bought out details, it covers all the bought out details. So it gives you only the details of bought out available in my machine, right? So now the segregation of my parts becomes much easier for me. It's a huge time saver. When I'm working with a machines like 4,000 components, 5,000 components, it's a huge time saver for me, right? And time, we all say is money, right? Moving further, there's something called priority part list. Okay, so now what is this priority part list? So now as we said, we have to plan our project. So we have every project, we have a end delivery date, everything, right? So every manufacturing component has its own manufacturing lead time. So now when I say manufacturing lead time, what does it mean? So like if I release a drawing today, there is a component which could be made in say 20 days of time from the date of drawing release. There is a component in the machine which could be made in say 5 days of time from the date of drawing release. And there is a component which takes 2 days of time to get manufactured from the date of drawing release, right? So every manufacturing component has its own manufacturing lead time. So now, while I'm handling my project, so my priority would be, first priority would be the items taking longer time to get manufactured to take as the first slot of getting manufactured, right? Why? Because I need some buffer time for that, right? So if I take them at last, if there's increase in time, I may get my project getting delayed, right? So now with this we give you a provision wherein you can create a priority wise list and share it with your production department, and you can tell them, this is my high priority, this is the item which will take more time to get manufactured, so take this into your planning first. And medium priority, this is my list of items which may take average time to get manufactured, so this is my medium priority list. And low priority list is the item which will take the least time to get manufactured, so you can plan it at the end. Okay, going further, similar for bought out items, hardwares, right? So they do have their own purchase lead time, right? So if I order nut and bolt today, I may get it in say 10 days of time. If I order a pneumatic cylinder today, I'll get it in 3 weeks of time. I'm ordering solenoid valve today, I'm getting it in 4 weeks of time, right? So now we can give an instruction to our purchase team wherein they can plan it, they can plan the purchase of items taking longer time first, items taking average time next, and item taking least time at the end. So now these are very small things actually inside our industry, which actually makes a big difference if you get to help get some saved time on this subject. Okay, so now this actually expedites your complete planning, complete processing, right? So now we need not wait for doing this planning to get our drawing. I can immediately switch to my manufacturing. So again, as I said, there's a huge time saving and most importantly, you create an error-free BOM, right? So if you've made your 3D models correctly, you will be getting an exact 3D, exact bill of material, a correct bill of material, which is gonna help you. So this is my so that's my priority. I created from here, no worries. Oh, sorry. So now if I want to create a high priority list, I can just quickly click and create this, right? So now this high priority list basically covers my items taking. So you can see priority is high, right? So these are my high priority list. So you can just quickly go and tell my production department, these are my part list with high priority, right? Similarly, I want to create a high priority bought out list. I can just again click and create this, right? So you can see, so this will have the details of all the high priority bought out items, right? So now my planning becomes easier. I can release the correct bomb and plan will complete, and we completely make sure our project is planned in the right way and our project will not get delayed. Right? Let's go further. Next interesting feature is the issue details. Right? Issue details is nothing but the drawing tracking details. So now we have been discussing during the presentation, right? The designer releases the drawing, the production department comes back, they say they haven't received the drawing, they don't have the drawing, right? So now with this, you can just create a list which will keep the details of all the details of the drawing, when the drawing has been released, to whom did you release, and how many times you have released this drawing, right? All those information can be captured, and all this information is available in your SolidWorks part, right? So this list basically gives you that information, right? So if you want any other department which has to be incorporated out there, so we can customize it and incorporate it there. We have by default, we have only considered right of production, purchase, and quality. There's a last option which says issue to none. This option is nothing but to identify, like say I'm making 5,000 component, 4,000 component machine. So now as a designer, we release all the drawings partially, right? So we release 100 drawings today, we release 200 drawings the next day. So we partially release the drawing. So now if I want to identify what are the drawings which I have released and which I have not released yet, right? So I can just, in a click, I can identify what are my drawings which I have not released yet, and I will release only those drawings which have not been released yet to anyone, right? So now, say this is the issue to production. So now if you see, this is the part number, this is the description, issued to, whom you have issued this drawing, which date it has been issued, and how many times this drawing has been issued, right? So this complete tracks gives you all the information on this subject, right? So now people will not, they cannot make excuse that they haven't received the drawing. So you have all the information handy, right? Again, because look, this becomes critical because we actually waste, again, these are very small time. Unintentionally, we waste a lot of time on all these subjects, right? We release the drawing, we are doing this repeated task without any intention of wasting our time. Say if you want to basic segregation, like if you want to do a basic segregation of in-house and outsourced component, you can just do a basic segregation out there, right? So this functionality gives you that opportunity. One of our decorative features which we personally like this is the project costing. Okay, so now as we've been discussing during the presentation, right, we suddenly require we get an inquiry and we need to quote them immediately, right? So now, or we have completed our project. So now, and we want to estimate the project budget of how much project budget we have done, or what is the complete budget. So all those, if you want to identify. So this feature is definitely gonna help you. Okay. So now what this feature is basically, what we have done is based on our experience, based on our industrial experience, what we have been doing, what we've been working with different customers, right, and our own experience. So we understood there are 5 major components of any project. There are 5 major components which completely drive the project cost. Okay. What are those? Actually decides the budget of the project. Okay, so now with this project costing, we have tried to incorporate all those 5 parameters and drive and get the complete project budget. Okay, so as soon as you pick an assembly, it will give you the first thing, the fabrication cost. For considering the fabrication cost, we get the complete material summary. So what are the different grades of material being used, and in what weight they are being used, and as a user, we will need to fill in the per kg cost of each and every material. So now what is this per kg cost? So let's say plain carbon steel is 130 rupees a kilo. And 130 rupees kilo is the cost to my company. Okay, so this 130 rupees includes the material cost, labor cost, surface treatment cost, operation cost, etc. So this is 130 rupees is a lump sum cost to my company. Okay, so as you can see, this is the different grades of material which are being used in the machine. This is the respective weight, and I'll just put in say SS304. I say 350 rupees a kilo. So now these 350 rupees a kilo is material cost, labor cost, pickling passivation cost, surface treatment cost, the welding operations, everything. So now this 350 rupees is a lump sum cost to my company. Okay. So similarly, PAC, I just put 100 rupees. PET, I say 80 rupees per kg. Plain carbon steel, 130 rupees kilo. Cast alloy, I say 110 rupees a kilo. PET, I say 80 rupees. Bacterion, I say 75. Okay, so this is, so none of these prices are market right. I'm just putting it on some basis. Okay, so just a general basis. Okay, so I just put local 200 rupees. So now this is my finished weight. I get the finished weight cost of this machine. Next, I go to the engineering, right? So now this is my project. I'm working on a project. So now, so these are engineering parameters. I need to do some kind of design engineering. Okay, so design engineering, I need 150 hours to complete this job. Okay, and what are my per hour cost? Okay, so every engineer, every design engineer, every individual has their per head cost. So I put 1,000 rupees per hour is my per hour design engineering cost. Okay, next, say I need to do some kind of structural calculation. Okay, I say 50 hours job. That's a 50 hours job for me, and it costs me say 2,500 rupees per hour. Okay, so this, I can add more parameters, the CFD calculation or whatever engineering parameter I do, I can put in, include this here. Okay. Next is the packing cost. So now for all the domestic orders, we do roadworthy packing. For international orders, we do a seaworthy packing. Okay. So now let's say we are doing a roadworthy packing. And say, and I need to put my box size. What is my box size? Okay, so I say 100 feet by 50 feet by 250 feet, and I need say 2 number of boxes like this for transport, for packing this. And what is my all the packing cost is calculated based on the cubic feet. Okay, so now for roadworthy packing, it normally goes from 22 rupees to 30 rupees a cubic feet. For seaworthy packing, it goes around 85 rupees to 100 rupees per cubic feet. So let's say I pay 25 rupees a cubic feet. Okay. So that covers my packing. Last is the transportation. Let's say I need a 40 feet truck and I need 2 numbers of vehicle, and that costs me say 80,000 rupees. Okay. And I can just quickly go and say create report. So as soon as I click on this, a report is created, which basically gives you the individual cost, the fabrication cost, the engineering cost, the transportation cost, the packing cost, the transportation cost, and the total project cost. So when I click, I can know what is the budget of my project. And if you feel we have missed any important parameter of project based on your industry need, we can customize it as per your requirement. We can include that parameter in this project cost check. So in a click, I get the complete detail of my project of the machine, including all. So I make sure I have this also helped me that I made a checklist of the important parameters. I've included all the required parameters for my project, and I am not missing any parameter, and my project budget will not get affected in any case. Right. Let's move to the last component of our presentation, is the comparison of machines. Okay, we have been discussing during the presentation of like handling of multiple projects. So now, as we say we are a SPM manufacturer. Okay, so what happens is like we make say 5, 6, we get 5, 6, 7, 8 different models of machine. Okay, and eventually we get order for 6 machines or 5 machines together. So what happens is, as a designer, we release all the drawings of different machines separately, individually. all the machines different, all the individually, right? So now sometimes what happens is there are certain sort of unique components and common components present in my machines in different models of machine. There could be there could be a lot of common components. So now when we consider each and every machine separately for in planning, we tend to get more scrap. Okay, we get a lot of material getting wasted in scrap. Okay, so now with comparison, what we are giving you is we basically identifying what are my common components and what are my unique components and what are their respective quantity in individual machine and the total quantity of the complete machine. Okay, so now let's see what we are basically trying to do. So what we can do is we can at max compare 5 machines at a time. Okay, and we give you a provision wherein you can maximum compare 5 machines and you can get the details of complete machines, and it will give you the details of all the common and the unique. So if you want to know what are my common assemblies, you want to identify what are the common parts, what are the common hardware or common BOP items, you can just quickly go and click and get this detail. And so now the best part becomes is you release the drawings of all the common component once, right? You save a lot of paper now, and then second, this report will give you the complete details to the production department, the complete information to the production department, like how many components have to be manufactured and how much need to be assembled in respective machines, right? Again, a clear-cut information which covers up everything. Okay. So I browse my second machine. Okay. So when I consider my common components together for manufacturing, right? So now I tend to save a lot of material scrap, right? So if I consider common parts, say if I'm planning five parts which are common, and there are other 15 components common. So if I plan 5 separately and 15 separately, I tend to lose a lot of material. But if I plan 5 plus 15, 20, I tend to save a lot of material, a lot of scrap. Okay. Similarly, if I'm ordering a hardware or BOP from market, okay. So now what happens is, right? So if I'm ordering say 100 nut and bolt at a time, okay, and I get it certain cost, and if I order them 1,000 at the same time, I get some volume cost benefit out of it. Say if I click on compare parts, so now sorry. So now, yeah. So there you go. This is a comparison of 2 machines. These are my common and these are my unique. So this is the quantity in machine 1. This is the quantity in machine 2. The total quantity. So now you can just, with this report, you can just tell them how many components has to be manufactured in total and what are their respective required quantity. Right. So again a huge time saver. If I want to save my time, I want to save my paper, I may save my material, right? So again, a comparison of hardware. So these are my common hardware, this is my unique, so I can order them accordingly. Right. So I'm done with my presentation part. If you have any questions, queries, please go ahead. You can ask me. It's over to you, Ayush.
Thank you, Vignesh sir. So I'll just present my screen first. So as per the summary, we have the animation tools, okay, and that we have conducted, and the bomb creator that we have a small presentation by the Vignesh sir. So anybody have there any of the questions? We are there to answer it.
Sorry, Ayush, just to add one more thing. Yes, if anyone feels this product can be useful for their organization, okay, so they can send a request to TechSavvy team. So we can arrange a 7 days trial installation, free trial installation on your machines, so that you can have a feel of this product and understand if it could be useful for your organization. Thank you. Over to you, Ayush.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So, with the every organization, you have the opportunity to grab a great tool. Okay, for you have a opportunity to have a free trial of your at your organization at your end. So just have any of the query, you can just ask it. Okay, so I'm not having any of the questions right now. Okay, so thank you guys, thank you all of you to attend the session. Thank you, Vignesh sir, for presenting a so good presentation about the bomb creator.
Thank you very much, Ayush.
So I'll end the presentation right now. So if you have any of the queries, okay, so you can just contact me directly. Okay, I'll just share the my presentation again. So you can in the end of the session. Okay, here is my number and my email ID also. So you can just contact me directly with my email ID or my official number. Okay, so just write it down if you have any of the query inside it. But if you have wanted trial of the bomb creator, you can just contact our organization. So we can just contact to Vignesh and we can have a free trial of a 1 week. So if you can just have the organize, if you are suitable to have the organization, okay, so you can just go with that product also. So thank you all. Thank you, Vignesh sir.
Thank you.